Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. Today I just have a quick little video. We're going to be doing a satchel collection video. It's my Dooney and Bourke Florentine small satchel collection video. I only have 3 small satchels right now in my collection, and you guys know how sometimes you go with things in and out of your collection. I hope to have a few more soon, and I'll come back and do a Dooney and Bourke large Florentine satchel collection. Or maybe I'll do the 2 collections together. So another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is I've been feeling so good with the weather change, because a little bit before the weather started changing, I went on this huge diet and exercise journey, and I've been doing so good. I know you probably can't see, but I'll go ahead in the future and talk some more about my weight loss journey. I've just been losing so much weight, like the clothes is just falling off of me, you guys. You know, my tummy's flat. I've just been exercising on my stepper and just eating healthy. I've been eating something called a Mediterranean diet, which is mainly salad and vegetables and chicken. So yeah, I've just been feeling so good that I'm back healthy and I'm back to my normal self and my normal size. So that's been making me feel really good. And these satchels have been making me feel really good. So recently I acquired this small satchel into my collection, and this is the Dooney and Bourke small Florentine satchel in the beautiful color raspberry. And a while ago I did a video, 4 years ago I did a video on my channel about this Dooney and Bourke Florentine satchel and how I had ruined the color. And I'm just so happy to have her in my collection again. So this time around when I picked her up from a seller, but she is a tent sale bag. And I was saying in one of my videos how much I love the tent sale bags, because the tent sale bags tend to be not defective bags, but sometimes they're bags that have, you know, been around the outlet a little bit longer, so they discount them, or they send them from full price stores and they've been kind of knocking around the full price stores a little bit longer, just for all different reasons. There might be a special edition bag, what have you, whatever the reason is. Sometimes they have the tent sale bags, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're just as lovable as, you know, purchasing from the outlet or Dooney and Bourke. So she was a tent sale beauty, and I absolutely love her. I picked her up from a seller, but she was a tent sale bag. And she's in this beautiful color raspberry. And I talked about how 4 years ago on my channel, I did this video where I talked about my second time around with the bag. And this is actually my 4th time around with the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and link that video down below so you could see me talking about my second time around with this bag. 4 years ago when I did it, I had purchased 2 other large Florentine satchels. So I've been through 4 bags until this is the 4th bag. This is bag number 4. And I'm finally happy. It's a small, it's not a large, but the color is what I was looking for. Because the last 2 times when I purchased her, the color wasn't fuchsia, but it was more of a darker pink. So this is the first time I think my heart desires, and I got the color that I was looking for, where it's a raspberry type color and shade. And I love the mushiness on this bag. This bag is very heavily pebbled. And normally, that surprised me that I love her so much, because normally I like bags that are smooth Florentine leather. And this one is so heavily pebbled, and that it's not bothering me. I absolutely love it so much. And I'll give you an example. So here's another one of my Florentine small satchels, and this is in the natural, and you can see how smooth this one is compared to the raspberry one. You can see how smooth the leather is on this one. So normally I like the smooth leather Florentine, but this raspberry one, you could see, I'm gonna put her down because they're getting heavy, but you could see on this raspberry one how much more pebbled it is than this one right here. And still, I love the raspberry, and I love this one. Also, the raspberry one looks a little bit smaller, and it's a small, they're both small. So you'll get that sometimes. I notice with the satchels how some of them will look a little bit longer or smaller, even though, you know, they're the same size. Even with my large Florentine satchels, some of them look longer and some of them look a little bit smaller. That just can happen. I don't know why. It could be just, you know, just how the bag is worn. Sometimes the wear on the bag will make it, how a bag slouches will make it look smaller or larger sometimes. So it could just be, you know, just from you using the bag. So these are 2 of my babies in my small Florentine satchel collection. These are two of them right here. Now this bag is smooth Florentine. It does have a little bit of pebbling in a corner right there. So, but like I said, it's still a more smooth Florentine bag. And I love the Brown Tomorrow whip stitching on this natural color right here. Absolutely love that. So pretty. The tassels are just beautiful. There was a while in my collection, I do have the makeup brush holders, and sometimes I put the makeup brush holders on the tassels just to kind of keep them a little bit. But then I like storing my bags without the dust covers and without the makeup brush holders because I like looking at the beauty of them when I go in my closet or when I go in my bag room. So I took the makeup brush covers off, but every once in a while, if they get a little outruly or overruly, I'll put the makeup brush covers back on the satchels. And then my third one is, and I'm glad I brought the natural in because I feel like on the last video when I talked about the raspberry one, I still don't think you could truly see the raspberry color of it, but when it's compared up next to the natural, I think you could really see how raspberry it is, you know? I think you could really see it then that way. And this one is so beautiful. I love the stitching on this one as well. And she just has the regular darker zipper tape right there. And then the next one is mustard. So this is the beautiful small satchel in mustard. This is my small satchel in mustard. And this is what she looks like right here. Let me show you her with the natural. That's what those two look like. And to be honest, even though the mustard, I would think that I would be real careful. I am a little bit careful when wearing this one because of the color. I don't want to get anything or mess up the color of the mustard one. So I am careful when wearing this one. But because this one is pebbled leather also, the one that I'm the most careful with for some reason when I wear it is this smooth leather Florentine one. For some reason, I'm always careful when I pass by, like coming in and out the house. For me, when I enter my front door, the screen door is notorious for falling back on me. Like I'll have the bag over my shoulder, and when I come in the front door, if I have a bag over my shoulder, if the screen door falls behind me, sometimes it'll bump the end corner of a bag. Also, at one of my jobs one time, I was going in the building and it was a brick building. And as I was walking past the building, the brick building, the edge of the bag touched the building. And I just knew when I went in and I went to my desk, I looked at the bag, and sure enough, the brick, because the brick is rough, the edge of it is rough, it dug a little part of that was a Tory Burch bag, but it dug a little part of the end corner of the bag. So of course, corner wear can happen from a lot of different things. But for me, I notice I'm very careful when I enter and exit a door, especially my own front door with the screen door, because if the screen door or any door comes back on you and it hits the edge of your bag, that's when, you know, you'll get some wear. At least for me, that's when I'll get some wear on my corners. And I don't ever want to mess up the corners of these lovely beauties. The corners are so nice, man. We don't want to mess up the corners of these lovely beauties in our collection that we love so much. Even this one, I got to stretch that out. Let me put my hand down in there and stretch, because I had this one resting on a shelf. And now look right there. See, I don't want that to, there we go. Okay. No harm, no foul. It pushed right back out. I'm going to put some stuffing there. But that's another thing. With storage in my bag room, I try to move bags around because I don't want them to rest on anything in one spot, or, you know, in any one particular spot too long, because you don't want a dimple to develop like what just happened there. Luckily, that was, you know, reversible. That was a situation that was reversible. You see, I just pushed it out right there. No harm, no foul, but you don't want to leave it resting in a bad situation. See, the corners are so good on these babies, on these puppies. So that's why I love, you know, we gotta all love taking care of our bags. So that's these two beauties right here, the mustard and the natural color. This one Florentine, this one pebble leather, both small satchels. And then this one is the lovely raspberry. Let me show you the raspberry with the mustard. Both small Florentine satchels. and the raspberry. This one is a little mushy. Like I said, she was a 10th sale bag, but she's still in very good condition. She doesn't have bad corners or anything. Nothing is wrong with this bag. She was purchased new. She's just a 10th sale bag. And I love the color. And I love the fact that she's so pebbled, because for some reason, like I said, I feel like I could get so much more wear out of her. And her tassels, everything is just so beautiful. The color is so pretty on her. I got to finish putting some more stuffing in her to fill her out some more. Yeah, like this side is more filled out. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video on my Dooney & Bourke small Florentine satchel collection with a pebbled leather one as well. And I'll be back to talk about more Dooney & Bourke satchels. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see on my channel. I love you guys. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye. Take care, everybody.